paying the price.
My lords. Yeah, tiresome. The other day when we were having the debate about this bill, there was a number of people who stood up from, largely from this side of the House, who said that it was inappropriate to make second reading speeches or grand speeches about politics, that this was not about Brexit. I myself tried to say that maybe the bill was a new bill and we should be able to, regardless, and I was told off for that. So, what we've just seen demonstrates to me why we have a difficulty, both in this House and in the country, and in terms of what people feel about the bill that we are discussing and about the general political situation we're in. It is true that I don't blame the blob. I do blame, however, many of the people in the House of Lords, among others, who actually tried to say that when the decision was made in 2016, regardless of what you thought of it, that the British public got it wrong, and they slowed down the process and did everything to obstruct what needed to be done in order to extricate the United Kingdom's law, which it had been decided to take back control of, from the European Union. Now, you will notice that, this is not a popular position in this House. In general, we've had a rather glib and witty and smug sort of repartee earlier about the tiger Brexiteers and so on and so forth. The serious job of doing what the British public, who are the important people in all this, told politicians to do, was neglected for years. So the obstructions keep coming. Some of them might be the civil service, but I tend to agree. I even said earlier we shouldn't blame the blob. Anyway, we have an opportunity in this amendment, which I do not agree with many of the amendments, but I was interested enough to say, OK, let's scrutinise what we are doing here, let's go through them all. And I actually thought, as people have said, for example, the noble Baroness Brinton raised very interesting points. I want to be able to understand what's going on. I do understand that it is a task and a half. But what has effectively been said in the last few contributions is it was too difficult to do this when we decided to do it in 2016. How could we possibly envisage it? We as lawmakers, we could never do it. Don't blame the blob. Of course, because Brexit itself was impossible to do. And so what effectively is being told to the British public is it's too hard, too difficult. This bill, for all its imperfections, at least tried to say it's about time, after all that time of trying to block it, that we get on and take the instructions of the British public. So I think at least we should be humble enough to acknowledge that this, as far as the British public is concerned, has been an attempt at blocking their decisions. Let's take the bill seriously now.